All right, let's take a look at the day's business, where inadequate supervision is largely to blame for the tragedies of collapsing buildings in the country. Rogue contractors have exploited this loophole to flout regulations and resort to shortcuts that have been detrimental, leading to loss of lives and property. But as Frederick Parsayo reports, action is being taken on the culprits.
When this building in Ruaka collapsed, it was the third such tragedy in just a week in Nairobi and Kiambu counties. Kiambu, however, was hard hit by these tragedies.
In Kiambu, we are mostly dealing with red clay soils. And red clay soils require a treatment that is specific to the type of soil to make the foundations stable and safe for the building to withstand.
The National Construction Authority, which is mandated by the government to regulate, streamline and build capacity in the construction industry, clearly provides 7 key stages before approval of a construction. This includes drawing the plan, seeking approval from authorities, inspecting the zone, public health confirms health safety, National Environment Management Authority, NEMA, counter-check compliance reports, then follows assigning structural engineer after approval, and finally, examination of soil by geotechs. Once approved, the contractor becomes liable for any happenings at the site before, during, and after construction.
During construction, as I've said, is a contractor who ensures that they purchase or procure the right materials for the project, and the engineer and the architect ensures that they continually supervise that the quality of the work going on is guaranteed.
With a housing deficit of at least 2 million, which increases by around 2,000 units per year, and the spiraling cost of construction materials, some rogue contractors have restored to uncouth means while undertaking constructions.
They like to use the shortcuts because they are trying to save maybe on cost-wise, because they don't want to employ the skilled people. They don't want to have the light team on site. So at the end of the day, because they are using the long team in order to save their cost, they end up messing up the whole thing.
Some of the contractors collude with building owners to extend beyond what has been approved to fulfill their expansionist cravings.
Some of them are, of course, compliant on paper, but on site, this provision is not happening. So there is need for consultants who have given themselves for project consultancy or supervision to ensure that they are part and parcel of that project, and they routinely carry out their supervision duty from time to time as and when required.
This inadequate supervision seems to have fueled the tendency to alter approved plans during construction.
Sometimes we get such incidents whereby whatever is being done is not whatever is in the design. On that point, we have to guide them and to redo the whole task, because there's no need of taking a risk. Then later on we come to regret. So we have to follow the procedure. There is no shortcut. If it is the light procedure, it has to be followed.
Some contractors recommend a multi-agency approach to address these challenges.
They train our workers and also accredit our workers that they are in line with whatever we will be doing on this particular project, or for that matter any other project that comes within the construction sector.
The National Construction Authority often investigates incidents of building collapsing and takes actions against culprits according to the law.
We've been able to carry 33 plus inquiries across the country for the last 2 years, and out of those inquiries, about 18 contractors have been suspended from practice because of the culpability that they were found to have been involved in for the buildings to collapse.
For the past 5 years, 87 buildings have collapsed. This is according to the National Construction Authority. The body now says avoid shortcuts while setting up buildings to avoid loss of lives. Frederick Parsayo, reporting for KBC Channel 1.